Have a seat, sir. So, I've been informed that your two daughters have gone missing, yes?
Yes. Yeah, we just woke up one morning and, they weren't there. The bed sheets were empty. It's like they were gone.
Do you know of anybody in your family who would, for any reason,
No,
try to...
I don't talk to my family. I don't try to. I just never got along with them ever since that war. I've heard them say horrid things about my wife and because of who she is and where she grew up from. I moved away from the counties for a reason.
So, do you have any clue where they could have gone? Any location of theirs that they particularly enjoy?
We've tried searching all of them. We tried searching the park. Seeing maybe if they decided to run to school for some reason. I heard some of the police officers are trying to go through the woods. But I don't know where she could be. And I don't want them to just become some more faces that I see on milk cartons when I go to get my weekly groceries. Every week, every day, there is a new child's face on there. And I never thought I'd ever have my own daughter's faces on there. My wife went to go get groceries. Then she came back early and said that she went past the milk aisle, saw our daughter's faces on the cartons, and just couldn't get the groceries. And it's just, you never think it's your kids until it happens. You never think it will happen to them until it does. And when it does, you just think of all the things that went wrong. All of them.
I have something that's presumably similar to the other cases of other children. From what research I could do, most children who have gone missing either attended that psychiatric institute. Did it have a name?
It was just the county psychiatric institution.
Yeah. Your daughter Ivy specifically went there due to, from what I could gather, frequent night terrors that would result in her screaming and sweating profusely in fear.
Yes, we had many nights where we would just hear her scream, and she just kept saying that, Ferryman, 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 Ferryman. And of course Hazel was sitting there crying because her sister's screaming and she doesn't know what's going on, but eventually Hazel kind of just got used to it. And I mean, I hate to say it, we kind of got used to her screaming as well, but after about almost half a month of every other day, her just crying in her sleep, basically, I knew we had to take her somewhere, and we took her to that doctor. Otto was his name. Oh my God. When I found out the things he had been doing to her, it took all my willpower not to spin his job.
I actually had an investigation about that man last week, but how do I put it? I don't want to say he's gone missing, but he's around. He's around, but nobody knows where. People see him in the street, but they don't know where he is right now.
I don't know, I hope he dies.
Well, if I ever catch him, and depending on if what people have said is true, he could be facing the noose. Anyway, I'm sorry, I'm derailing. I apologize, sir. So, she went there, you found out Dr. Otto's practices, took her back home, and did things change at all?
No, unfortunately. They still kept going, but she started to... She started to not cry and scream as loud, if that makes sense. I can recall a few nights where I walk past the door and can hear her sniffling, or hear Hazel trying to console her, or, just little things, like no screaming through the walls, just sobbing quietly. And, like I told you, one day, both of them were gone.
Alright. So, Hazel, from what I could gather, it hasn't been diagnosed, but I have heard many people speculate she has some sort of mental deficiency.
She was never properly diagnosed, but me and my wife think she might have been a little autistic. We never got it properly diagnosed, but we did make her go through the special ed classes, and we think, but we never got it diagnosed.
Did she ever have any particular issues in the past similar to Ivy?
One day, it was some time ago, it was her birthday, a few days ago it was her birthday, and we were telling her she's a big girl now, and we decided that she can take her own baths. We don't need to be there and wash her for her, wash her body, she can do it herself. So we went ahead and had her go and take her own bath. She had done it a few times before. Me and my wife went to our room, and we were gonna, we were in the middle of having sex. And we suddenly heard this loud banging and screaming. And when we went in the bathtub, we saw that Ivy was trying to help Hazel get out of the tub because Hazel was drowning. And, Ivy was young herself. She was fairly young, too. So, she didn't know what she was doing. I mean, for her, all she thought was that her sister's drowning, and she's trying to yank her up, but, her sister's shaking, so, we came in, we got Hazel out, we took Ivy. Ivy was just sobbing, and, God, I'd never seen her cry so hard before, but she thought that she about killed her sister, and we told her, no, you were just trying to help, it's okay, but I had noticed that ever since that day, she didn't like going to swimming pools. One day, one of her friends had a party with a pool, and as a joke, my wife pushed her in as a joke, and Ivy just came out the pool crying and sobbing and screaming. And we lived like such... But that was the one bad thing that ever happened to Hazel.
Alright. I want to go back on something for a second. You mentioned a ferryman.
Yeah.
What did he tell you?
I've heard...
What did the ferryman tell you?
I don't know. I've never... I don't know what you're talking about.
You never had those dreams where that thing with the face to its knee stared at you? You never had those dreams?
No, what the hell are you going on about?
That thing is in every case. That thing was in my dreams. That thing took my boy. And I know damn well it took your daughters. Every case, the scene is spotless. There's no signs of struggle. It's like the kid just vanished out of the air. And you're thinking it's a murderer, and everybody else thinks it's some crazy lunatic or something. I know it's that bastard.
What the f***? But how in the hell is this related to my daughter?
Because it took them. Oh, it did. Every case, everything about Carton, all of them related to that.